Oh, yeah, here we are. It's Tuesday night. My name is Zachary Derek Guggenheimer Schmidt, the chicken picking, guitar picking, wheelin' dealin', kiss stealing, limousine riding, high flying, rootin' tootin', son of a gun, singer songwriter, guitar player extraordinaire. Woo! Here on a Tuesday night for a musical hangout, the only live music experience on a Tuesday night in the middle of Washington State. What? That's a lie. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. We got a heck of a program here for you lined up. Would appreciate you liking the stream, sharing the stream, subscribing to the YouTube channel, all that junk, and all that jazz. Appreciate you watching that video of my favorite horror movie themes. It's apropos. We are in the Halloween season. It is in full swing, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, I am back with another edition of What is Zach Watching This Spooky Season. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm, of course, got next to me here the excellent 1980s zombie parody, one of the first zombie parodies that I was made aware of besides Zombieland, and that is, of course, Return of the Living Dead, of no relation to the Romero classic Night of the Living Dead, starring 80s Scream Queen actress extraordinaire Linnea Quigley. Sure, we have seen her get naked and dance in movies before, but have we seen Linnea Quigley get naked and dance on a tombstone to 80s rock and roll music in a graveyard? I think not. It's the only zombie movie, to my knowledge, where the zombies actually say brains, and specifically crave brains. In other zombie flicks, they just want to eat people's, eyes out and stuff like that, and it's horrible. But in this picture, doggone it, the only thing these zombies are going to eat are brains. And it's great if you're an idiot and don't have any brains, such as myself. But of course, we are in for a night of rootsy revelry and bluesy fun. I'm about to pound this here guitar like a farm animal in heat. That was inappropriate. What? I highly recommend this movie, though. The Shout Factory here 4K scan of the film is top-notch. You can't even tell, with the exception of the music and clothes stylings in some of the makeup, that this film was made in the 1980s. That is how good the Return of the Living Dead 4K scan is from Shout Factory. Oh, there's a sequel to it as well, and as far as I can tell, it's one of the better sequels out there in movie land. Alrighty, but I'll stop talking now because we've got a lot of music here that I want to get through tonight, and I also want to be able to tune into Joe Bob's special showing of the 1978 John Carpenter classic Halloween. And here in the background, I will not be getting to use this tonight, but my friend dropped by here, my friend Sean, if he's watching this. Thank you once again, Mr. Swells, for the Greg Hawk signature Gristle King. I'm very excited to try this out, especially with the two Gristle guitars, which will be making appearances in the not-too-distant future. Alrighty, we're going to start off with a new jam of mine called Quit Your Talkin'. It's a funky little bluesy number. How many times can you write the same blues song where the guy gets in a fight with a girl and they got to break up and somebody's got to get walking? You know what I mean? It's something I relate to personally. I don't know if you out there in TV land relate to that, but just about everybody, including women that I have loved in my life, have all said the same thing, which is, get away from me, freakazoid. I don't love you anymore. Okay, here we go. Well, just last night, we had that fight, yeah. And now you're headed towards the door. Well, that's not wise to you, woman. Well, you're not the only bird that flies in the sky. Yeah, it's time you quit your talking. Oh, quit your talking and get walking. Yeah, no, don't you curse. Don't you yell. I'm no longer under your spell. Well, don't you call. And don't you text. Don't come back at all. Yeah, it's time you quit your talking. I'll quit your talking and get walking. Well, people, let me tell you, I didn't want her to go. Oh, but I'm stubborn now, and it shows. But if I ever get my hands on a good gal again, I hope she treats me right. But until then, well, it's time you quit your talking. Oh, quit your talking, honey. Oh, get walking. You know, and they say that you can't use the Telecaster for funk. The people that tell you that are the same people that tell you that there is such thing as a bad baked potato. I just hit the big 2.9 yesterday. I'm just like Baskin and Robbins now, minus a few flavors, and I've learned a few things in my brief existence, and one of the things that I've learned is that there is, in fact, no such thing as a bad baked potato. And anybody that tells you otherwise is lying to you. Oh, and another thing I've learned is that it, when at all possible, always let out a test fart. What? Okay. What else we got cooking? Oh, we're going to Mississippi. That's where we're going. It's been I can't remember the last time I did this song. The last time I did this song was the last time I did it. And this song is Stay All Night. Thank you. Thank you, David. David, our friend, David Blessman in the comments says, happy birthday. And like I says, I'm just like Baskin and Robbins. I just need a few more flavors. Can you dig it? Stay all night, stay a little longer. Pull off your clothes, down in the corner. Love me, girl, love me, baby. Love me, baby, love me, girl. Girl, I love you. I could do that song all day. A little bit of that Junior Kimbrough, Stay All Night. What did you think that song was about? It's not what I thought that song was about. You got to get your mind off sin. I'll see you at church on Sunday. As far as Dua Lipa concerned, I'm a complete gentleman. What else? Oh, here we go. Now we're going to have some fun. Do a little bit of that. Oh, thank you, John. John Walls in the comments says, good stuff. Indeed. We love Junior Kimbrough around here. This one is one of my own concoctions here. It's a little tune called Funkify Your Mind, which you can find on my last record, an instrumental record called I Have No Strings and I Must Play. This song is called Funkify Your Mind. bit of that funkify your mind. It felt pretty doggone good. Right into my corns, ladies and gentlemen. Funk music. It's good for boogieing, and it's good for your soul. And maybe you didn't believe that with that selection. That's okay. You can't win them all. It's not everybody's jam. But this next selection, also of a funky nature, called Mr. Francis. Story I've told before, but we've got some new faces as of late. Just hit the big 200 number here on YouTube. So for you new faces out there, you new cool cats and kittens, Mr. Francis, this song has its origin in a joke that a toddler told me when I was on a mission trip to Southern California. The young lad walked up to me and said, "Can I tell you a knock-knock joke?" Says I. "Sounds good to me, lad. Go ahead." The young kid goes, "Knock, knock. Who's there?" says I. And the little kid, without missing a beat and without any inflection in his voice, goes, "Mr. Francis," and then runs away. I have yet to discover who exactly Mr. Francis is. Strange that his name would be used as a punchline in a joke. But I think that is the destiny of all men, to be the butt of somebody else's joke. That's what you tune into Musical Hangout for, funky grooves and philosophical questions. Alrighty, Mr. Francis, here we go. Mr. Francis. A funky utterance, no doubt. Lots of fun chord changes in that. All sorts of ideas can come. And for those of us who watched a lot of public access television, like I did back in the day, we watched Bob Ross, and from Bob Ross we learned that you can grow ideas in the garden of your mind. Alrighty, what's next? What demons of the night and day and mid-afternoon shall we summon? How about a little bit of that, The Sky is Crying? It's an old Elmore James tune. Of course, Stevie Ray Vaughan had a version of it while he was out roaming the earth as a fierce and mighty warrior of the night, day, and mid-afternoon, such as we all aspire to be in some ways. Let's give it a shot. Well, the sky is crying. Can't you see the tears roll down the road? The sky is crying. Can't you see the tears roll down the road? I've been looking for my baby, yeah, and I wonder where can she be? I saw my baby early one morning as she was walking on down the street. I saw my baby early one morning as she was walking on down the street. Well, it hurt me so bad, made my poor heart skip a beat. Bad feeling that my baby don't love me no more. I got a real bad feeling that my baby don't love me no more. Yeah, the sky's been crying, yeah. Can't you see the tears roll down my nose? The Sky is Crying, as recorded by Elmore James, Albert King, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Festus McCorkindale and the All Night Pounders, Nostril McGee, Nedge Pepsi, many, many others. Perhaps someday your pal Zach will record that. But until then, you get to deal with it here at Musical Hangout. Alrighty, let's do a Western here I wrote. This was on my first instrumental album called Sounds a few years back. Real pleased with how that record turned out. It was a series of experiments where I just picked up a few guitars and threw everything but the kitchen sink. Did, some swing stuff on that, some psychedelic stuff, a few acoustic numbers on there, some Bert Jantz meets Jimmy Page in a dark alley kind of a thing. All sorts of fun stuff is on that album. Of course, links are in this description down below. But this song is called Entrelo de Vaca. If you're making a Western, let me know. We can work something out, and you can use this piece. A little bit of that in Trail de Vodka for old time's sake, for posterity. We are cruising for bruising. What else have we got? Oh, another one here. This is from my new album as well. This is called Midnight Serenade. Here's a funny story. Here's a random memory I had. A while back in high school, in Spanish class, this is my sophomore year, so this was Spanish numero 2. As you can see, I've still got the Spanish. In any case, my Spanish teacher, she told me a story about how she was on I think it was either some type of I think it was some type of getaway, either with her family or with her husband. I forget the exact details, but her husband had paid some local street musicians to serenade her outside the hotel window. But she slept, unfortunately, through the whole thing. And as a budding artsy-fartsy hippie, I was absolutely crushed by that story. I wanted to yell at my teacher. I wanted to just walk up to her and say, "Have you no soul? Have you no romance?" And apparently her husband was a lot cooler about it than I was. He casually mentioned, "Hey, did you happen to hear anything outside your window last night?" And she's like, "Nope, I slept like a rock." And he's like, "Well, I paid some guys to serenade you." So I don't know what the moral of the story is, why I'm sharing that. It's just a random memory that I had. And for some reason, my mind remembers these things. I think my mind is trying to tell me, if I were to venture, to not arrange for, no matter how romantic the gesture may be, to arrange for a serenade for somebody else. Of course, I've got the ability to serenade the young ladies myself, so why would I outsource that? Am I right or am I right? I'm just thinking out loud. I'm an ideas guy. Anyways, here's Midnight Serenade. You can sleep through it. I won't judge you. nice and romantic. And I'm sure that if you go to the streaming platform of your choice and decide to serenade your wife, your husband, your mistress, that gimp you have tied up in your basement, a la Pulp Fiction, they will not fall asleep through that. In any case, we're going to keep moving like I haven't said anything inappropriate all night. And we're going to do Samantha's Lullaby. This is not from an instrumental album. This is from my third album, my comeback record. I say that like I ever went away. That album is called The Legend of Frankie Bastone. It's a concept album dealing with frightening things such as war and things like that. This song does not deal with that. This is a nice little jammy jam in the key of E. And does some fun psychedelic stuff. And now you're up to speed on that. It's called Samantha's Lullaby. A little bit of that Samantha's Lullaby. Sometimes he gets kind of nightmarish in there, you know. But, you ever, falls asleep and been like, I hope I have a good dream, and you end up having a nightmare? I did that the day I was born and haven't woke up since. In any case, let's do some more psychedelic perambulations. This is a tune of mine that I enjoy pulling out every so often from the instrumental album I Have No Strings and I Must Play, recorded on this very purple Telecaster, 1950s style Fender Telecaster. You know, doggone it, I just want to be like Roy Buchanan. He played a 53 Telecaster, but in any case, it's a song called Darkness on the Face of the Deep, which, if you went to Sunday school, you'll know the reference. Let it fade. Okay, that was Darkness on the Face of the Deep. One of the very few one-take guitar solos of my career. So, I recorded that. I had that chord progression. I had the synth part and that bass line all lined up. All I needed to do was find a melody, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hit record. I'm gonna turn all of my overdrives on and some delay, and we're gonna see what happens. And that's I listened to that back, and I was like, that's it. I'm not gonna do another take. I'm scared. I'm scared that it's gonna be worse than what I just did. So I bounced that mix, mastered it, and it is in Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes for your listening and dining pleasure. It sounds vaguely similar to what I just did. Never rehearsed that. I mean, every time I look at my set list when I'm planning these Tuesday night little shenanigans here, and I think about doing Darkness on the Face of the Deep, I just put it in there. I don't rehearse it. New stuff I rehearse. But that song doesn't need it. I can just play by ear. Don't care. In any case, here's another one. We'll close with a sort of a fan favorite from the album. Hello, Brain. From the album, The Legend of Frankie Bastone closes out the electric half of that album. It's a song called Frankie's Barstool, inspired by the guitar playing of one Roy Buchanan. little bit of that Frankie's Bar Stool from my third album. Oh, we got some friends here. Mr. Pika Pihola, I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. I apologize, so I'm very stupid. Says, that was nice. Bizarre Leadership Official says, awesome stuff. Love your style. Thank you, sir. And then, my good friend Sean, who gave me the Gristle King there, says, Purple Telly, bringing it tonight. I hope so. I really hope so. This guitar gives me special musical powers. But, of course, those powers need to be recharged every so often. So that will be it for tonight, and I'm a little bit sad. I'm a little bit sad that we're done. But, hey, guess what happens next week? Guess what? I got a new song for you here. A little bit of that boogie stuff, a little bit of that rock and roll stuff, a little bit of that blues stuff, all rolled up into one tasty little number called Booga Your Blues Away. I can't wait to share it with you. It'll be funny. We'll have a laugh. There'll be some fun guitar solos. But that's, of course, next week, which is the 17th of October. I can't even believe we're going to be halfway through October. Time flies when you're wheeling, dealing, kiss-stealing, limousine riding, and high-flying. Can you dig it? Which we have such proclivities for here at Musical Hangout Live every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. unless you are watching it in the future, at which point in time it will not be live, or if it's a replay or something like that. Of course, I would appreciate it if you would give these streams likes and whatnot, subscribing to the YouTube channel. It does help me. I don't want to have to work a day job, and doggone it, I just want to get famous and act like I don't know nobody, and have somebody else hit me up for a loan for a change. In any case, I'm Zach Hval, singer-songwriter, guitar player extraordinaire, signing off, reminding you that a bartender is just a pharmacist with a limited inventory. Bread is bread. Cheese is cheese. Praise God. So, a judge was interviewing a woman regarding her pending divorce case. And he asked her, well, what are the grounds for your divorce? And she says, well, we have 4 acres and a nice little home in the middle of the property with a stream flowing next to it. And the judge says, no, I mean, what's the foundation for your case? And the lady says, well, it's concrete, brick and mortar and the like. And the judge says, no, you must understand, is there a real grudge? And she says, no, we have a 2-car carport and have never needed one. And at this point, the judge is starting to get a little frustrated. And he says, ma'am, please, is there any infidelity in your relationship? And she says, well, our son and daughter have stereo sets. We don't necessarily like the music, but the answer to your question is yes. And the judge says, no, try to understand what I'm asking you. What are your relations like? And she says, well, my aunt and uncle live here in town, and my husband's parents are also here. And the judge is starting to really lose it here. And he says, ma'am, please, why do you want to get a divorce? And the lady says, oh, I don't want to get a divorce. I've never wanted to get a divorce. It's my husband that wants to get a divorce. He says he can't communicate with me. Zach Hval, we'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen.